So, is Edward Snowden a traitor? According to the dictionary, yes. Now the question is, what kind of traitor is he? So, depending on what he did, he could be a different kind of traitor. But it wouldn't change that using the term traitor to describe Edward Snowden is perfectly appropriate. So, do I support what Edward Snowden did as a whole? Absolutely not. Because his actions haven't made the world a better place. The world is definitely not safer because of Edward Snowden. And here's why. Because out of all the documents that were leaked, and who knows how many, it is assumed that he downloaded millions of documents, but a certain amount of those were leaked. So we don't know for sure if he leaked some documents to Russia or other countries like China, for example. We don't know for sure if it's true that he dropped those documents, that he didn't keep them with him when he went to Russia. Well, depending on the truth on that, some of the information that were leaked were definitely very dangerous and to leak to the world, because terrorists or other organizations like cartels can actually use some of those information to their advantage. So even if some things that were exposed may have been, may or may not have been good, I'd say that some of those are very controversial, but we live in a different world than decades ago. Okay, the world has changed. And with what is going on today, it is sometimes necessary to use some of those controversial technologies for the benefit of humanity, even if it could reduce privacy. I also think that Edward Snowden didn't have all the variables here. I think that there's some important information that he didn't have that may or may not have made a difference in his decision. I think that there's certain things that he doesn't understand here. And I also don't think that he said that he evaluated those documents. How many exactly? I have some serious doubts about the amount of documents that he evaluated. And I think that a lot of people today still don't realize that. When you call this man a hero, some kind of hero right now, and you want him to be pardoned, I disagree that it's appropriate. I don't think that he is a bad guy. He may or may not have had good intentions. Maybe, according to his worldview and the information that he had, he was just of good intention according to himself. But it doesn't matter. What he did is not just treason. A lot of things exposed. Not only you exposed some spying tactics and some important information of the United States, but also some of its allies. Did this make the world safer? I completely disagree, and this is when some people are too emotional and they don't They don't think too much. They don't look too deep into the subject and are so quick to think that we should pardon him. At the same time, do I think that he should be jailed with other criminals? Well, depending on the information that I have right now, I don't think so. Okay, it's going to depend on what he did. But I think that Edward Snowden is not a good example for whistleblowers. Be very careful before, if some of you have some interest into becoming a whistleblower in the future, I don't think you should follow his example because you don't have the whole picture, okay? Sometimes you feel confident and you should expose certain things, but you don't have access in your position. You don't have access to all information. And certain things that are very controversial are still going to end up being preferable for humanity. And it seems like this is how he felt. Maybe certain things, it is possible that certain things should have been leaked or not. I can't say for sure. But I am very disappointed of the amount of documents that were downloaded or leaked, whatever. We cannot say for sure the amount of things that were leaked out there. It may not be as bad as something, at least for now or ever, depending on what he's saying, if he's telling the truth or not. So, do I think, like I said, that he should be pardoned? Because yesterday Trump said he was going to look into it, that he was going to look into the possibility of offering pardon to Edward Snowden. Definitely not. I don't think that he should. What I recommend is definitely, I will really like to see a trial. A fair trial according to my vision, okay, of a fair trial depending on the situation of what he did. And I think that he should be arrested. After for a certain amount of years, he'll be put somewhere, not with other criminals, but somewhere, and that he should work, that he should use his time at this place for good use, for the United States and humanity. But that he should definitely be put somewhere, locked in some places for at least a couple years or more for what he did. But definitely not with other criminals. So I see that this is probably not something that is possible because the judges, they all follow the law, and this is not something that you see in the current law. Unfortunately, they follow laws very strictly. But this is what I will like to see personally, unless he did something else that we don't know for sure right now, and that he deserves more than that. So that's my opinion about Edward Snowden and if he should be pardoned or not. So thanks for watching, and see you in another video.